Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make another superhero statue. This time, it's going to be Wonder Woman, and incidentally, she's the favourite of the hero statues that I've made so far, so let's get started. If you want to make her, all you're going to need is nether brick, red wool, white wool, a little bit of orange, yellow wool, gold, blue, sandstone, and what am I looking for? Black. Wonder Woman uses a surprising amount of colours. She takes up no more room than a normal statue, so what you want to do is, after you've figured out where you want to make her, you want to start off with this little colour sequence on the floor in a row. 1 nether brick, 1 white, 4 nether brick, 1 white, 1 nether brick. The nether brick's just to give a bit of variance to her boot colour, other than just doing it in solid red. I don't particularly like nether brick, to be honest with you, but you use what you can use. So now what you want to do is, with our foundation built up like this, on top of the white, you want to stack 4 more white. 1, 2, 3, 4 going up just like that. And on the other side as well. And then what you want to do is, on top of the middle 2 blocks, you just want to stack some more nether brick, 2 more nether brick, and then you want to do that 2 more times, just like that. And then on top of the nether brick, you want to do 2 red, and then like on that entire top row, like the row with the red and the white, and you just want to like fill it in with nether brick to just kind of give you a bit of an outline like that. Gives you a pretty weird looking shape. But what you want to do after you've got that, pause that if you have to, pause where necessary. I will eventually make that intro. You won't always be able to keep up with how fast I'm going, or you know, maybe I'm going too slow. It all depends on you really. But if I'm going too fast and you're having trouble keeping up, pause where you have to. Make sure you've got it right, because I won't always remember to tell you. But pause if you have to. Make sure you've got it right, and then you can fill in these 4 columns with red, and those are Wonder Woman's boots. They don't particularly look like boots, but they'll make more sense with the rest of the statue. So once you're at this point here, what you want to do is, on top of the nether brick, you want to just place white, and then in the middle of the whites, you just want to do 2 sandstone going up like that, and then on top of the white and the sandstone, you just want to place orange. Oops. Bad at placing blocks today. So you want to have something that looks like that. Then what you want to do is, you just want to want to fill in the rest of it with sandstone until it reaches the top of the orange, just like that. Then what you want to do is, you want to do 2 whole rows of sandstone. So 1 and 2. Then for the next row, you want to, in the 2 middle blocks, you just want to place dark blue. Either side of that, place white, and then fill the rest of the row in with sandstone. Damn, my block placing is horrible today. And they're Wonder Woman's legs. That's the whole leg portion of Wonder Woman right there. Pause there if you have to. Let's move on. So, what you want to do here, we'll work from left to right. So from left to right, you want to, on the next row, 1 dark blue, 1 white, 4 dark blue, 1 white, 1 dark blue. Then for the next row here, you want to, on top of the 2 middle blocks, just place dark blue again. Either side of those, place gold, then fill the rest of the row in with yellow, like that. Then, what you want to do for the next row, on top of the yellow blocks, place gold. On top of the blue blocks here, place yellow, and on top of that yellow, just place gold again. That's actually Wonder Woman's belt right there. Now what you want to do is take out the nether brick, and on top of the this gold, I'm not going to try and describe it. You can see which gold it is. On top of here, you want to go 3 up with the nether brick, and on top of the opposite one as well. So right there, nether brick, 3 up. Then what you can do is, you can fill like the rest of the rows entirely in with red until it reaches like where you filled up to with, or where you've built up to rather, with nether brick. So just like that. And in case you're curious, that's the like outlining of her abs, just to give it a bit of definition, so it's just not block color. I don't like it when statues are just like solid blocks of color. But once you're at this point here, you want to do one entire row of red. Then what you want to do is, for the next row, 2 middle blocks, red. Either side, you want to do two nether brick going outwards, and then on the very ends, you just want to place red like that. Now what you want to do is, the 2 middle blocks again, features a lot of middle block action, this statue. You want to do 2 yellow, and then on top, gold. And then on top of that, while we're here, you may as well just do 2 rows of sandstone, and that actually takes you to the top of the torso, and you want to have that. Then on the very ends of the pixel art of the statue, you want to just do nether brick, and then you want to do gold on top of the nether brick, just like that. And then what you want to do is you want to just fill like the two rows here, like so it's next to the gold, in with red. And then on top of the red you can do gold. So you want to have that so far. So where's the torso actually starts, where the second row of the blue starts, and that's what you want to have so far. And then it's really easy from here. You just want to fill in that end block there with sandstone, and then fill in that top row with sandstone, and that is everything right there. So there you go. Damn, I'm trying to get a good view of it, but there you go. It wants to look exactly like that. Not too complicated, I hope. Once you're at this point here, we can fill in the arms. So, I'm going to start off with the right arm here. The arm starts where the blue meets the end here, and you want to come out 4 with the sandstone, and then you want to stack another 4 on top of that row of sandstone there. Then what you want to do is one entire row of yellow. Then coming from right to left, so outwards to inwards, you want to do 3 yellow, 1 gold. Next row, 1 yellow, 2 gold. Next row, 1 gold. And I noticed that I kind of, they're what would you call them, like braces or something? Bracelets? What are they called? I can't remember. Gauntlets, mate? No, gauntlets come over your hands. I can't remember the names of them, but I kind of got caught up in building those. You want to fill, like what I didn't fill in, with sandstone. Then, what you want to do when you're at this point here, you just want to do 2 entire rows of sandstone. Now, I'll explain this. The reason that there's going to be black in these next few rows is because her hair flows down onto her shoulders. So, right to left, 2 sandstone, 1 black, 1 sandstone, 2 sandstone, 2 black. Next row, 1 sandstone, 3 black. Next row, 2 sandstone, 2 black. So, just so you know what that is, it's not just like some phantom black coming out of nowhere, like she's been corrupted or she's got some sort of infection or anything. That's her hair. So that's her arm in her entirety, or in its entirety, rather. Pause that if you have to. Let's move on to the other arm. So the other arm should take us no time to make whatsoever. So we're actually going to persist into a bit of the dusk. So next to the blue, you want to do 4 sandstone. Then you want to do another row of sandstone on top. Then on top of that, you want to do a row of yellow. And then coming from outwards to in, you want to do 3 yellow, 1 gold. Then for the next row, 1 yellow, 2 gold, 1 sandstone. Then for the next row, 1 gold, 3 sandstone. So that's her. Still not figured out what they're called, but that's what they are. They're like bulletproof things. And then you want to stack 2 more rows of sandstone on top of what you already have there. And then outwards to inwards, you want to do 2 sandstone, 1 black, 1 sandstone. Next row, 2 black. 2 sandstone, then 2 black. Then for the next row, 1 sandstone, 3 black. Then for the next row, 2 sandstone, 2 black. And that's her other arm right there. I know it's a bit dark, so I'll show it you once we get back in here. So I'm going to sleep, and I will be back. Right, so they're both of Wonder Woman's arms done. Pause there if you have to. Make sure that you've got everything right. But that's the entire torso. Not the entire torso, sorry. That's the entire front minus the head. She's been decapitated. Done right there. Make sure that yours looks exactly like that, and now we can move on. So it's time to make Wonder Woman 3D, and to do this, you're going to want to take out the Nether brick, and you're going to want to extend Wonder Woman back by 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And the reason for that is, if you don't know, typically Minecraft skins are 4 blocks wide, so including the first one, plus the 3, 4. Maths. Get out of the way, sheep. Right, so once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to connect the 2 nether brick at the back together. So to do that, going from left to right, you want to do 1 white, 4 nether brick, then 1 white. And if you've never made a statue of mine before, this is how it goes. We make the entire front minus the head, then we extend it back, make the entire back minus the sides, then we make the sides, then we make the head, then we celebrate our fantastic statue. So what you want to do when you're at this point, now that we have a platform to make the statue, you want to go 5 up on top of the white, with the white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on top of the other one as well. And then what you want to do is you want to connect the top of the whites together, and then you want to just extend out one on either side, so it covers, so you've got the entire row filled in with white, just like that. Then what you want to do is, the 2 middle blocks, you want to extend up with nether brick until it reaches the top like that, and then the second, and then like the top row, this top row, you just want to fill in with nether brick in a similar fashion that you did with the front. So you want to have something that looks like that, which you can then fill in these 4 spaces with red. So there you go, that's what you want to have for the back of the boots. Now, pause that if you have to, make sure you've got it right. And if you have, you want to do 4 rows of sandstone on top of what you have. So that's 4 marked out there. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, for the next row, you want to fill in the 2 middle blocks with blue. Then either side of the blue, you want to place white, and I'm just moving the white and the blue closer together for easiness sake. And we'll get the sandstone involved as well. So that's 3 colours. There you go. Then the rest of the row, once you've got that, can be filled in with sandstone. Then the next row, on top of the white and the blue, you just want to do 4 blue like that, and then on either end, you just want to do a single blue, and then in between just white like that. Then what you want to do is the 2 middle blocks of the next row, you just want to place gold, either side of the gold white, and then on either end white, and in between blue. So you kind of got a it's supposed to be like white stars Wonder Woman has on her underwear that she has on the outside of a costume for some reason. So that's what I'm trying to emulate with the white and blue checkered pattern sort of thing. But anyway, that's what you want to have there. And then for the next row, on top of the gold, you just want to place 2 red. Then either side of that, you want to place 2 yellow going outwards. And then you want to place on either end blue. So you want to have something that looks like that. Then what you can do is, for the next row, on top of the blue, you just want to place gold. Just a single gold like that. And then you can fill in the entire row with red, just like that. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to mark out Wonder Woman's hair. So let's get the black and the red together. So And Wonder Woman's hair at the back is actually going to come out one block further. It's going to be 3D, but we're going to be marking it out for what we're doing here. So, and the two middle blocks of the next row, you want to do black. Then fill the rest of the row in with red. Then the next two rows, the middle four are filled in with black. So that's for the next two rows, like that. And then you can fill the rest in with red. Then the next two further rows, it's the middle 6 blocks. So that's all but the end blocks. Are filled in with black. So just the two on the end are red, like that. And then the next, how many is that? 1, 2, 3. And then the next 3 rows are just entirely black. That's just her hair tapering down from her head to the bottom of that, obviously. So you want to have something that looks like that for the back, nice and easy. It will look better once it's 3D, but we're going to wait until the end to do that. But now what you want to do is, you want to do the arms. Now the arms are actually different. They're not the same as they are on the front, but the only difference is there's no black. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to build them with you, but I'm just going to do it very quickly. You just want to copy what you have on the front. It should take no time to do whatsoever, not even looking at my plans. I'm just copying what I have there, all except the black. So substitute the black for the sandstone, and it should look like that. You've just got her, I keep wanting to say shackles, but shackles would imply that she's like been restrained or something. I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna have to Google it at the next sleepy time. But like I said, just quickly blasting through these arms. Nothing to them, and they're in the exact same positions. You're using the exact same colours except the black, which is now sandstone. Yeah. So right up to the top with the sandstone. Once you've done her bracelets. It can't be bracelets. It's not as simple as bracelets. I'm sure that there's a name. But that's the entire back of Wonder Woman right there for you. Pause that if you have to. Well, I'll show you. I'll separate the two since it's not quite that dark yet. Pause that if you have to. That's the top of the back. And pause that if you have to. That's the bottom. And if you're not bothered, that is the entire back right there. So I'm going to sleep. I'm going to be back. Well, gang, it turns out I was wrong. They are bracelets. I thought there was a fancy name for them. Nope. Bracelets. That's exactly what they are. But what we have here, we have the front and we have the entire back made. So what we want to do now, obviously, we want to make the sides. So come to the side, either side, it doesn't matter. And this is how it's going to go. You want to do 3 rows of red on top of your... You've already got the first row there, so 3 red on top of the nether brick. Then you want to do 1 row of nether brick, 1 row of white, and then the rest sandstone. The reason that I'm doing this quickly is it's quite logical. I mean, just if you just have a look at the side colours, all you're doing is following those around, except the orange because they're her knees. So you want to have that for the side of her leg. And then the arm is actually really simple as well. It's the exact same idea. So you fill the bottom of the hand in with sandstone. And then the first row is sandstone, but then you're following the colours around again. So you've got 3 layers of yellow, 1 layer of gold, and then it is the rest sandstone. And that includes the top of her shoulders as well. There you go. So that's the entire side. I'm sorry, my throat's really, it's killing me. That's the entire side done there, and you just want to do the same on the other side. Again, it's just really logical. If you can't figure it out, just have a look. Just have a look at the other side. So you've got the 3 rows of red, 1 row of nether brick, 1 row of white. Rest is sandstone for the leg. Then the bottom of the hands, just sandstone. Then you've got 1 more layer of sandstone. Then you've got 3 layers of yellow, 1 layer of gold, and then the rest is simply sandstone like that. Damn it. Missing blocks. And then the top of the shoulders are sandstone as well. So that's the entire side there. Nothing too fancy. Now what we get to do is we get to make the head. So once you've got this, I'll give you a bit of a spin around it, as I like to do. So that's the front, coming around the side, coming around the entire. The actual challenge, I'll say this now before it's actually made. The actual challenge with Wonder Woman was the head. It's really difficult to make female heads. I don't know why. It doesn't look right when they're square and blocky. It was difficult to do because of the hair as well. They just look like men, or like really short-haired, ugly women, if you don't do it right. So the head might not look exactly right, but it's the best I could possibly do in a square dimension. But that's the whole bottom portion of Wonder Woman. What you want to do now is we want to outline her head, which is the middle 8 blocks that we have here. So on top of the middle 8, on top of the torso, you just want to place the 8 sandstone like that as markers. Actually, you know what? No, we'll do it like that. Just place the 8 sandstone, and then what you want to do is you want to do an entire row of black coming towards you, because if you don't know, Minecraft heads, they overhang the front and the back by 2 rows. And you know what? That's actually completely wrong. Just the first row also wants to be black. So I apologize for that mistake, but the first row, and like the row on top of the torso and the row coming towards you, wants to be black. And then it's this row. This is going to be the working row. So from left to right, you want to do 2 black. Then you want to do 5 sandstone, and then you want to do 1 black. The reason for the black is she's got a bit of hair in her face. Right, and the easiest way to do this... The easiest way to do this might just be... So, yeah, on top of, on either end, you just want to stack 7 black on top of, well, on top of the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One way that I tried to counteract like the squareness was by adding in a bit more hair and by trying to round it off a little bit and adding a bit to the face. So you've got your first row here, and you've got your top row, and you've got the sides, which is black. So just filling in the rows one by one here, left to right, 2 sandstone, 2 red, that's her mouth, 1 sandstone, 1 black. Next row is entirely sandstone. Then the next row is going to be easy. Fill in the 2 middle blocks here with sandstone, and then do it again. So you've just got like 2 rows of 2 by 2 square of sandstone. And then right next to the sandstone, you just want to do 2 blue on the side of it, and then you want to do 2 white. So you've got Wonder Woman's eyes. So you want to have this so far. And now what you want to do is you want to do her tiara. So the first 2 middle blocks, aka on top of the sandstone, you just want to do 2 yellow. Then on top of that, you want to do 2 red, and on top of that, you want to do 2 gold. And then, well, while we're here, at the top here, you can just fill in next to the gold with black, so to just kind of section it off a little bit. And then on top of the blue, you want to do red, and on top of the white, you want to do yellow. And then you can just fill in that the little 2 space with yellow. And that is Wonder Woman's throwy tiara thing. And there you have it, that's the entire front of the face. What we're going to do now is we're going to make the shape of her head, and then we're going to add the hair in. So her head is entirely black because of the hair. So you want to come to the back of the face here, or the back of the head, and you just want to take the black and you want to extend it to the top of the back, just like this. And then you want to bring it back 2 rows with the black, just like that. Because again, the front and the back of the head overhang the torso, or overhang the body by 2 blocks for some reason. And then what you want to do is let's just put in some lines. So since the whole head from here on out is black, I'm just gonna make it into a giant cube with the black, and I'm just gonna fill in each section. You know how big the head is. It's already lined out for you in the front. It should be a total of 8 blocks tall. So there you go. That's what I've done. And then you can, once you've got that, you can just fill everything in with black. Oops. I just feel as though that's the easiest way to do this, because there's a couple of statues where their head is pretty much just one single block of colour. I just like to turn it into a giant cube, and it just makes it easier for me, at least. I don't know why. I like quarantining off sections. I like doing things like section by section. That's how you see me make a tutorial a lot of these statues. I like to make it in bits and pieces, but there you go, that's the entire head filled in right there, so you should just have the face. Alright, so once you have what is essentially a giant black cube with a face on it, what we can do now is we can put in some of her hair. So you want to take out the black, I'm just going to use the red for this, and you want to, like starting from the front, you want to be one row in, so you're on the second row, and you want to be like one row down. So you want to be there, where I've just placed the red, and you want to use the black, and you want to drag it all the way down to the bottom of the head, but then you want to continue like two more down, so it kind of like, it comes down onto the shoulder hair, like there. And then what you want to do is, well, what you've just done, you pretty much just want to place it on like the first row, so right next to it. Just like there, except on the first row, just like have it staggered down a bit, so that's what it looks like on the side. So you don't come all the way down, you just leave a block like that, and it wants to look like that. I know black's kind of hard to see on black, but that's what it wants to look like. And you want to do the exact same thing on the other side, so one row in, one row down, just where I've marked the red there, except with the black, straight down. And you want to come down by 2, or you can vary it up a bit, come down by 1 and then like place 1 off to the bottom right somewhere or something, just to give it a bit of variation. And then you can just do the same thing that you do on the other side, just in front of it, just place the black and then just place 1 more, leave that there so it just kind of like fades in. And that's the entire front of the hair like that. Pause that if you have to. I know that it's hard to see. Here's a side view again. That's pretty hard to see for me. I can only imagine what it looks like on the actual recording, but hopefully that wasn't too difficult to understand. And as you may remember, what we have to do on the back here is make this hair 3D, so make it pop out. So you just want to come out 1 row, sorry, and just make it come out from the torso 1, and there you have it. You have Wonder Woman's hair. So there you have Wonder Woman's hair. There you have Wonder Woman, and I'm just gonna give you a bit of a spin around. We're done. That's her in her entirety. There's nothing more to add, or at least nothing that I've added. Feel free to add whatever, add a sword or whatever if you like. But that's her. I'm gonna give you a bit of a spin around, and the reason that she's my favourite, even though I think that she could be improved, I just don't know how. I spent a lot of time making her, to be honest. Like this, it took a decent amount of time. I don't know. It's hard to make female statues, or at least it is for me. But yeah, she was the most challenging one to make. The Flash is the next most challenging. I just think she looks cool. I think I got the hair pretty right. I think I managed to get all of her features in. So yeah, there you go. There she is. I hope this was easy enough to follow. I hope it wasn't too difficult or confusing. Thanks for watching, and hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe you should check out some of my other stuff. I've made plenty of pixel art, YouTubers, houses, tomahawks, tanks, the list goes on. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube partner, hit up the link in the description.